welcome to Nina's Knots Crochet. I'm Lynanne. If you're new here, hey, thanks for stopping by, checking out my channel. My channel, well, it's all about crochet. A little bit about knitting, a lot about yarn, but mostly it's about my life and my journey through this fantastic yarning community. Returning subscribers, thanks so much for coming back, spending a little bit of your Friday with me. We made it to the weekend. Fridays are usually a mishmash of whatever's going on in my crochet world today, and Boggy Creek. And so today I do have a Boggy Creek blanket, and I got my first package of squares sent in, and I can't wait to see what's in here. So other than that, you guys, I'm just working on the test pattern for Tiny Couch Crochet. Working diligently on that. I'm working on the test pattern for Anita at y.o.h crochet, which is yarn over hook crochet. Doing a test pattern for her. And as soon as I can, safely show you, it's adorable. I can't wait for you guys to see what this is. And I started on Wednesday designing a Tunisian boggy blanket. Super simple, very easy. Every beginner Tunisian person can do this blanket. I wanted to make it something simple, but and still visually and something that a more advanced crocheter would also want to do. So I'm loving the way this is turning out. It's going to be great. So did you guys watch the video, the live on Thursday with our fearsome foursome, our Boggy Brigade team leaders with Nancy from She's Got Yarn 2, Lynette at Charmed Grammy, Juan the Yarn Addict has joined us this year, and myself. We will be there every week. And then Billy the Crafty Floridian is still a part of us. She stepped back from the live, so she'll be around here and there whenever she's feeling up to it. Jaxie from Creations by Jax, she's designed a couple of blankets, and I am hoping, praying, crossing my fingers. Come on, Jax, I want to do Luck of the Draw 9. Come on, you and Lynette need to figure it out, because we need to do Luck of the Draw 9. So, yeah, there's so much going on with Boggy Creek. We've hit the official kickoff. So if you've been hanging on to your blankets, go ahead and start mailing them out. And now you have two options. You can mail them to Nancy here in Florida, or you can mail them to Juan in Delaware. Now, their addresses, if I can find them, I'm sure I'll be able to get a hold of them. And I'll put them in my description box below. Do not mail anything to Lynette. She is going to be in a state of flux. There's retirements and exciting things happening in her life. She doesn't know where she's going to be living come February. So do not mail anything to Lynette. You've got, if it's cheaper, if you're living, east of the Mississippi and it's cheaper for you to send them to Delaware, send them to Juan in Delaware. If not, send them to Nancy, her P.O. box in High Springs, Florida. So go ahead and start mailing those blankets that you've been hanging on to, guys. We are ready to start. We are going to hashtag Fill That Truck BC25. We are the Boggy Blanket Brigade. We are going to do 2025 and 2025. So we've got to reach that goal, you guys. 2,025 blankets is the goal we're trying to reach this year. Now, if you watched the video or the live on Wednesday, or if you've gone back and watched the replay, I showed 13 of the blankets that I've done since February. I still have in my closet probably another 15 to 20. I mean, how many weeks has it been since the first week in February, the second week in February? Yeah, I've been doing one a week, sometimes two a week since then. So, and I'm going to continue on that trend. I'm going to continue doing at least one a week, sometimes two if I can get it in, depending on what other things are going on around here. All of it, we're hitting the busy time here. And I've agreed to do another test pattern. Yeah, what was I thinking? I can do this. I have got this. We are so good. Anyway, as I blather along, there's probably some of you going, what the heck is she talking about Boggy Creek? If you've heard this before, you can fast forward until you see me hold up the blanket. So Boggy Creek is a camp in Eustis, Florida for kids with chronic and, you know, life-altering diseases. It's a camp where kids who have to take medications every day, who have to be medically monitored, can go to camp and just be a kid instead of a kid with whatever disease they have. They are all about, everybody's the same at this camp. They are all about kindness. They are all about love and acceptance. They do, like, all the kids who have heart disease will come in the same week. All the kids who have epilepsy will come in the same week. This is a camp that was started by Paul Newman and General Norman Schwarzkopf and a couple of other investors. It's an extension of the Paul Newman Hole in the Wall gang. If you ever heard about that, Newman's own, you know, his charities. It's a big umbrella. This is part of it. This camp is run completely by donations and endowments, and every camper gets to go for free. Nancy started this Boggy Brigade 3 years ago. This is our 3rd annual. It was a service project from her mom, and it spiraled, and she talked to Lynette, they talked to Billy, and, you know, with this YouTube Streets, everyone out there has been able to help out tremendously. Last year I figured out I need to help out, and my original thought was I want to help those who can't afford to spend the money to ship an entire blanket. So make a couple of granny squares, I'll sew them together in a blanket. You're part of the Boggy Blanket Brigade, and win-win for everybody. You know, for the cost of a cup of coffee, send me a few squares. Well, a few squares kind of blew up, and probably over 5,000 squares came in. I'm working through them, guys. I'm getting through them week after week after week. We are going through them. So this year's drive, square drive, we are toning it down. Laura, if you're listening, we're not having any double duck dares for extra squares. Remember, we're not doing that. That's kind of how it got blown up last year. Is our sweet Laura at Mad Mimi's Crochet and Farming. Yeah, her head got a little bit ahead of her mouth, and things got ahead, and we got a lot of squares. It was a lot of fun. It was a blast, but we're not going to do that again this year. So we are still looking for 5x5 squares because I need them to add to the squares that I already have here. But I am looking for your brightest, funnest, silliest, childlike squares you can come up with. Remember our audience, you guys. These are sick kids from the ages between 6 and 17. And these blankets become a souvenir that they get to take home as a memory of their time at camp. So let's remember our audience. And so I am looking for bright, fun colors. If you don't want to do like the character squares, you just want to do regular squares, that's fine too. Bright colors. And remember, white is a bright color. I can always use white squares to add in. So use your imagination, tap into your inner child. Let's see what fun stuff we can come up with. But they've got to be 5x5 so that they can go with the squares that I already have, because I'd like to incorporate them so that I can get, you know, the rest of these squares used also. So today's blanket is brought to you by the circles. So I grabbed a bunch of the circle to squares that I could find, and I added other ones in with it, and we just went to town on that. Now wait a minute. Somewhere on here is a square that has, oh, there it is. We have a square that has a heart on it, and we have another one over here that the center, the circle, was actually a heart. But can you see how fun these are? Circle to square, 5 inches. They're fun. You could use your imagination and color combinations. We've got, you know, a variegated to a solid. Use your imagination, guys. You know, check out this one with the solid, with the variegateds. fun, bright, eye-catching, eye-popping colors so that the kids, because they say the kids gravitate to the blankets with the bright colors. See, look at this one with the bright pop of the coral. So if you are making your own blanket, the sweet spot is a 45 by 40, no, a 40 by 40 square is kind of the sweet spot. But if you're doing a rectangle, 35 to 40 inches wide, 40 to 50 inches long. Now, these are the parameters that the camp has set because they don't want kids to have blankets that are different. They want them, they're all about everybody is the same, nothing gets singled out for any reason whatsoever. These are the parameters that they are asking for if you want your blanket to go home with the kids. Now, if your blankets don't meet the parameters, they're not going to not use them. That was a double negative. They will put them in the condos for the doctors and the nurses who are volunteers. They will use them in other places at camp. So don't stress too hard about it. But if you really want your blanket to go home with a camper, it has to fit that parameter of 35 to 40 wide, 40 to 50 long. A 40 by 40 square is the sweet spot. So let's go and see what we can do. So I did get a package. Ta-da! We got our first package, and this is from Purple Tulip Crochet, Bonnie in Saugus, Massachusetts. Maybe? Yeah? Saugus? I think that's how it's pronounced. So, we are going to tear into this and see what adorable, see if there's any note in here. Oh, she did send some yarn. Oh, impeccable yarn. A worsted 8 from Hirschner's. It's some really pretty blue, Super Heart Saver, Red Heart. No, this is, okay, so she sent me an email and said she sent me a thing, but she forgot to send a note in it. So Bonnie, we got it, we're good. And we have some blue with some bright blue in the middle. And here we go, some bright yellow and some white and orange. And I love this color combination. And some more fun colors here. Oh, look, red sparkle. Loving the red sparkle. Some more red. These are pretty with the white in the center. Oh, more sparkle. The bright pink with some sparkle in it. Love the sparkle. Oh, there's a bunch of the bright pink with sparkle in them. They will make a fun addition to these. Love the white with the different centers. Look at more sparkle centers. Lots more of the bright pink sparkles. Yay. See, these are nice and bright and fun, and they will add so much. Oh, we can do a red, white, and blue one with these. Bonnie, thank you. I appreciate you not overwhelming me with these. I love the sparkle. I love the creativity of the color combinations. Here's purples and pinks. This is my favorite with the orange and the aqua and the white. We got some purple, just a bright yellow. Great idea, Bonnie. Great addition. The bright pink with the sparkles. Fantastic. Sparkle's great, you guys. I personally hate working with sparkle yarn, but let me tell you, if you want to send me all your squares with sparkle yarn, I'll sew them together. So thank you, Bonnie. I appreciate it. These will go into the box and they will get sewn in as soon as I can get going through some more of these. These are fan-freaking-tastic. Thank you so much. So guys, you get the idea, right? We're looking for the fun squares with hearts and strawberries and flowers and footballs and baseballs and smiley faces and emojis. You know what I'm talking about. Keep an eye out. Coming sometime next week, speaking of Anita at y.o.h crochet. She has a channel here on YouTube. I'll link her below. she has been known for putting together these really great compilations of patterns for themes. Like for Halloween, here's some Halloween patterns. For Thanksgiving, here's some patterns. She's going to put together another whole group of squares for us, different ideas for you to get squares where you can go and get the patterns or the tutorials. So be looking for that. As soon as she releases it, I will let you know. And I think she will even come up on panel some Wednesday to on one of our lives to show what she's come up with. So keep an eye out for that. But, you know, use your imagination, guys. There's so many resources out there. You know, you can get on Ravelry, YouTube, go to the library and get a book out of the library. I mean, let's use our imagination. You guys can do this. You know what we're looking for. We're all about the fun. So with that, I am going to let you go. You guys get on for the weekend. I hope you guys have some fantastic plans. We are still recovering from the Rona around here, so we're still taking it easy. But I've got a lot of projects on the hook that I'm going to spend the weekend enjoying. So with that, I will let you go. Remember to take care of yourself and give yourself some grace. But above all, be kind to everyone, and we will see you on Monday.